Chalet bridge burners. I'm fuzzy Dunlop skates. Look, one string is longer than the other. I fix that shit. Anyway, today we're going to talk about giving the red pill to Simps. And if you're a MGTOW, then you've undoubtedly done this in the past. And if you're like me, you've had varying degrees of success. So I just wanted to go over a couple of little, things you can tell yourself when giving the red pill to Simps that will, I think, make things easier and more effective for not only you, but them. All right, now, the first thing is that we're going our own way because we know it's the right thing to do. We know it's the best thing to do. We've given up basically on being simps ourselves and acting like women and seeking women's approval for absolutely everything. And we've recognized the fact that trying to do these things, and including looking to get married and attaching half your assets, if not more, to a woman, we've recognized that all these pursuits are stupid and do nothing but impede your progress to get ahead in life the way we are supposed to as males. So we therefore go our own way and we actually build value for ourselves and we get ahead in our career and we get ahead financially and therefore we get ahead sexually as well. And this is partly due to the fact that men and women hit the wall completely differently. Men hit it way, way, way later. But anyway, for the most part, we know we're right and we know that they're wrong. Just like we know we're right and we know that most women are fucking wrong. So we've decided to put a stop to this. So, obviously, look, I want to say going your own way, you don't really give a shit about anybody else. But at the same time, if only you go your own way and nobody really knows what you're doing, and even if it works for you, then great. But I think the real way that we're going to save the world is that if this shit catches on. So the way to make it catch on is we give the red pill to other people. This could include women or it could include fucking blue pilled simps. Now, this kind of, I've been involved in some pretty savage fucking arguments about this shit, but the main thing to remember, I think, the main thing, it's just like going after a woman for sex. And she's going to try to suck you into her game and suck you into her world. And she's just a fucking lesser person anyway. So you don't want to get sucked into that world. You're going to be forced into playing down at her level when in reality you should be playing several levels above her because that's where you actually are. So it's like that with these simps. All right. You give them the red pill and that's all you have to do. You just have to give it to them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And a lot of the time it doesn't work right away. Like, did it work right away for you? Maybe it did, but chances are it took time. And chances are, no matter what people told you, maybe it just kind of set off cues for you to start thinking. But again, if you're like me, I got this way on my own, and it was a combination of events and experiences that made me think the way that I do. And, people have given me advice, but they were all blue pilled simps anyway. But, ultimately it was up to me. So all I'm saying is that when you give someone the red pill, whether they're male or female, don't expect it to kick in right away. And if it doesn't take for them at all, then don't kick yourself. Um, you know, uh, it's important to remember that in any rescue, because that's what this is a fucking rescue. The most important person isn't the fucking victim, it's the rescuer. Like if someone's drowning and you go to save them, there's a way to save them. Like otherwise they're gonna try to kill you. And it's not because they're evil inherently. It's just because they're so concerned with their own survival and they'll do literally anything consciously or unconsciously to stay alive. So, there's a way to fucking rescue someone. And, in brief, you have to recognize the fact that if anyone wants to be rescued, you have to consider the welfare of the fucking rescuer first and foremost. And again, guys, that's what this is. It's a fucking rescue. Now, it's the same thing as when you're just chasing a woman, or chasing when you just want to fuck a woman. Okay, she is the victim. No, I don't mean like she sees herself as a victim, which she does, but like really, that's what she is. Like she needs the fucking man. Like women need men. Women need men far more than we need them, and because they need us for everything. And the only reason we need them is as a place to put our dick. And we've been convinced that this is not the case, but this is the only case. This is the only reason we need them. We don't even need them for that. It's just that we want them for that. And, like, you know, they need us for absolutely everything else, because despite what affirmative action has told them, they're unable to do any of the things that we naturally do, like compete and find a career and provide and build and conserve and plan for the future. So, you know, their job is to get fucked and make babies. But now everything's topsy-turvy. So, you know, the woman needs the man. So, again, as a MGTOW, you recognize that even though whenever you're fucking a chick, you're doing it for yourself because you have urges that you need to fill, you recognize too that you're the one doing her a favor. Like, you are. You're doing her a fucking favor. Doesn't matter fucking how hot she is. Doesn't matter how much she tries to manipulate you into thinking that, you know, she's out of your caliber. She's not out of your caliber. You are in control. You're a man. You're successful. Your shit is fucking taken care of. You're on your way up. And, you know, you're the one that calls the shots. And you can say no if you fucking want to. So, abso-fucking-lutely, like, you are doing her a favor and not vice versa. You know, like, you're giving her the fucking honor of getting your dick fucking slid between her legs for however long you fucking choose to leave it there. And it's important to remember that. And just as it's important to remember that you're the most fucking important person when you look for sex, and you can't fucking consider her feelings. You can't consider when she gets upset or when she gets triggered or when she, you know, says that you are mean or whatever. If you capitulate to this, it'll never end, because the more you give, the more they want, and they will never, ever, ever, ever stop. Never. You know, because why would they? Why would they if you let them think that it's okay? You know, to just make these demands that you're always going to meet. So, you know, you never capitulate, and you realize that the main reason you're in this is for yourself. And that's the thing, too. When you fucking red pill someone, you know, they're going to say, oh, that doesn't make sense. You're crazy. You're just saying that because you want to get people mad and you want to start an art. Yo, you're a fucking whatever. You're a bitch. I gave you the pill. And, you know, you fucking, it's up to you to fucking swallow it. You know, and even if you force it down their throats, like, again, a lot of the time it just doesn't take. And another way to look at this fucking analogy is if someone's trapped in a fire or whatever, you know, we've established that they are the fucking victims in need of help, and we are the rescuers doing the saving. I can show them to safety. I can say, safe over there, there's the door. And I can even tell them why it's safe. I can show them from beyond the door. You know, I'm standing on the other side where it's not burning, and I'm fucking chilling. I'm just like fucking BRIDGEBURNERS Pepe in the bottom corner, you know, with my fucking, there's a spliff, and, you know, I'm sitting on a chair, and I got the dog, and I have my bottle of fucking non-alcoholic champagne and my skateboard, and I'm just chilling, and they're fucking stuck in a fire, you know, and I'm telling them, like, oh, no, look, over here, the door is this way, come this way, and you can live like me. And a lot of them, they just want to keep burning, and they say, no, it's different for me. You know, I have anxiety, or I have a kid with her, or, like, you know, I'm a fucking loser or whatever, and, you know, they want to stay in the blaze, and that's their fucking prerogative. And even if they want to get out, you know, let's say but by what I mean by demonstrating that it is actual safety is that if you're red pilling people, but you have nothing to show for being a fucking MGTOW, and they're not going to listen to you, because why would they? It's like if you try to give anyone advice and you're not in a place from which you should be giving advice. It's like if you tell someone, you know, what workouts to do and you're not in shape, you know, why should they listen to you? Or if you give fucking mental advice and you're clearly an idiot and you can't spell. Like, you know, some of these comments I get the notifications, and people fucking talk shit and they leave angry comments, and it's riddled with spelling mistakes, and, you know, then they delete them. They delete them before I even get a chance to respond, but I still get the notification, so I see the comments. But look, the first thing, if you want someone to take you seriously intellectually, like, at least fucking know how to spell. So, you know, if you're telling somebody that what they're doing is wrong and that you're confident that you know the right way, then that's fine, but you have to actually demonstrate that the right way works. You know, you have to show, and it has to be clear that you're in a way better place than they are. And at the same time, again, just like impressing a woman, you can't go out of your way to do any of these things. You can't. The best way to show them these things is just to be these things. You know, you can't Well, you can, but you can either spend time or waste time trying to convince a woman that you have value, which is never going to work, or you could just actually build and accumulate value, and then people will notice. And that's what it's like when you fucking red pill people, you point out that what they're doing is wrong, or they're probably going to bring it up to you. They're probably going to say, oh, I'm miserable and I don't know why. And you're going to say, oh, you're some dumb bitch. It's fucking ruining your life, or you have no balls, or whatever. It's different for different people. But, you tell them that, and they say, oh, I never thought about it that way, but you're crazy. And then say, yeah, well, am I? Look, man, I'm the same age as you, and for the past 15 years, I've done this and 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 this, and you haven't done anything. And have you ever wondered why that might be? Just fucking think about it. And if you didn't waste time chasing after women or trying to fucking make everyone agree with you or agree with everybody all the time, you'd be different. You'd be at least as well off as I am, which is, not incredible, but it's way better than where the fuck you are. But that's it. That's all you do. It's not your job to carry these people to safety, just like it's not your job to turn a fucking hood rat, dumb bitch into a good Nawalt woman, because it's just a fucking waste of time. And, a lot of the time it's not going to fucking work. And why it's not your job to fucking waste your whole entire life trying to save someone that probably, if they're not smart enough to recognize that you've been trying to save them all along, then they're probably not worth saving in the first place. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject in fucking comments downstairs, because I'm sure you've had conversations like the ones that I've had. So please let me know. And as always, I'm really grateful for all the subscribers and for all the views and for all the feedback. So I hope you guys all have a great day. I'm Fuzzy Dunlop Skates and watching Bridge Burners TV. Chatelet.